The next poet, who we just had a great little mini chat about how people love to Americanize last names, and I'm going to try not to do it because now I'm paranoid. It's Kyla Krajcovic.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Hello. This is called Flowers. While it feels from time to time as if no flowers grow on my path, I have to remind myself that I'm usually sprinting. It's difficult to see flowers when you're sprinting. It becomes easy to assume that flowers elude me intentionally, choosing to continue their growth on the path of someone who is able to water them more frequently or better somehow, of someone who takes the time to see them, of someone who does not sprint. However, if one were to slow down a moment to catch their breath, they may realize that there are flowers stretching in every direction. Though these flowers, these moments, are there and alive and real, whether they are observed and accounted for or not. I think the longevity of beautiful things may not be as fleeting as I had previously believed. Beauty does not cease to exist simply because it goes unnoticed. Beauty persists, flowers grow, life goes on whether acknowledgement happens or not. I dream of being more perceptive of beauty regardless of my pace, or maybe I need to remember to stop sprinting from time to time. Thank you. This one's called Boys as Seasons. He felt like winter. He felt like a very cold winter day with twinkling snow falling from the sky. The kind that builds and builds and makes you remember how severe the Canadian winters really can be. The kind that causes you to cancel your plans because the roads might be too bad. He felt like looking out the window at this winter scene from the dry warmth of your house, protected from the elements outside. It was the feeling of comfort you get from knowing you can't leave, no matter how busy you were supposed to be or how important your plans were. He's the brief moment of helplessness that also means you don't have to decide on how productive you need to be or how quickly you need to move or how best to be efficient. He's the feeling of letting it all go just for a second and letting the world keep spinning on its axis without you telling it to, because while many things require personal intervention, you can't help that the roads are bad. He's rolling the windows down while you have the AC on, which seems ridiculous and counterintuitive and like a waste of money and energy, but somehow the combination of the wind on your face and the artificial coolness beg to differ, even if it doesn't make sense. He's making the illogical decision even after you did the calculations, because from time to time we all need to remind ourselves how truly in control we are. Few things in life are more liberating than remembering your autonomy, and irrationality is an incredible remedy. Sometimes because I wanted to is enough. He taught me who cares. He taught me to take life less seriously and that I won't evaporate if I don't stick to my Bible of logic. And he taught me that it's not my fault if I'm not productive or in charge or in control on days where the roads are bad. He taught me how to loosen my grip on life just a little. He showed me how to give myself space for unregulated living. Loving a winter's day reminds you that you write your own moral codes, and whether you abide by them or not is a choice that you get to make. Loving a winter's day proves difficult when you realize how his demeanor ripples through the people around you. When you realize that he's not the type of person to return a shopping cart from the parking lot or to tip the Uber driver or to hold the door for a stranger. His frost dulls his compassion, his impulse blinds his kindness. Instead of taking his winter in doses, he lets it consume him, and by doing this, he burdens other people with the fallout of his storm. I want somebody different. I want someone as refreshing and warming as the very first day of sunshine in the spring. I want someone who invigorates me and propels me forward in ways I've only felt the spring accomplish. I want someone who feels like the hope and confidence and feeling of okayness you have for the first time in 6 months when your face finally feels the sun. I want someone who feels like the first day of spring. Okay, last one. This is called If I Had $1 for Every Time I Was Unsure. I wrote you letters, or I tried to, but it was funny, not hilarious, but ironic, because I would begin a paragraph with metaphors of our love, but nothing I came up with felt appropriate to gift. I love you like a boy loves a girl sometimes. I love you like two people at the same place and same time. I love you like I like the view before I start to climb. I love you like I really wanted someone to be mine. My love, it did not grow and spread. It was still and benign. My heart, which did not beat for you, stayed even and in line. If I was thinking clearly, then I would have seen the signs. My dear, how we ignored our whole relationship's decline. I wish I loved your thought that we were perfect and sublime. I wish I loved your trust in things religious and divine. I wish I loved your temper and the rage that made you blind. I wish I loved how you don't really get it when I rhyme. Thank you.